if you start to get into tap handle collecting, then you may find that there are certain things you start to really, really nerd out about or get super excited about that somebody who doesn't collect tap handles wouldn't get into. So, this is a perfect example of this. So, I recently featured a video where I covered this particular type handle, this particular Heineken tap handle, and I came across a variant which I had actually seen before, but I was super, super excited to show the difference. So, with this, these are almost identical styles of tap handles. So you'll notice that they're both Heineken tap handles. Both of these are going to be older, kind of vintage ones. These are typically going to be either lucite specifically or another type of acrylic or resin. But the thing is if you look at the details, is almost identical. So both of them imported, both of them say Heineken, both of them have the windmill right there, which is awesome. But when you get to the bottom, one of the things that I'll call out is whether or not it's got a small color element that's at this very bottom section here. And if you'll see right there, you'll see that this has a black color block that's at the bottom there, and this one is totally clear. So is a relatively minor variation, but it is a difference that you have between the two different tap handles, where one of them has the color block, the other one doesn't. That's one of those things, at least in my experience with a lot of the tap handle designs, you wouldn't have a variant like that. With a lot of the tap handle designs, they would do the design either with the color block or without the color block. And then if they were doing the color block, they would start doing that on another variant of the tap handle. I do also like to show the side because this is actually a flat design, but it's got the different elements later in, which is super cool. And then another thing to call out as well is that when I did the video on this one, I mentioned that this one was missing the insert. So if you look at that, the sizing, let me see if I can prop these up so that you can see both of them at the same time. So there we are, and there we are. So you'll notice the sizing here, that's a little bit wider. This one is a little bit smaller, and that's specifically because this one has the brass insert. So this one was missing the brass insert. This one has the brass insert, so that means that it has the correct threading to work on your tap handle if you're using a standard display or anything like that. But I was super excited to show you this, and hope it's useful for anybody else that's starting to nerd out or getting into tap handles.